Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here. Welcome to the channel. Today we'll be reviewing, unboxing, and demoing the Betopper LM1925 4-in-1 RGBW moving head wash. This moving head from Betopper has a few key features that I'm excited for. It has 1925 watt LEDs, so this thing is going to be extremely bright. It has a very nice beam angle, so it can get very slim so that it's a nice beam when it's projected, and also very wide. It has that kaleidoscope effect, which is growing on me. All the LEDs are completely pixel mappable. You can buy these things off Betopper Direct. I have a link in the description below. That's the best place to get the best price for these things, and they ship pretty quickly. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. On the top here, we have a couple of mounting brackets, a DMX cable, PowerCon power cable, and we have our mover. So let's go over some of the specs of this guy. So right off the bat, this thing is pretty big and pretty heavy. It's just shy of 25 pounds. It's a little over 16 inches tall, just under 11 inches wide, and 9 inches deep. So this is a little bit heavier and bigger than some of the movers I featured on this channel. But it does come with these two handles, which is really nice for picking it up and strapping it down on top of a totem. On the front here, you can see like this honeycomb BI design. And I like the look of this mover. This is like some of the other Betopper movers I featured on this channel. Just the design and the branding, so I like that consistency. This is made of temperature resistant plastic. It has a bunch of holes on the side to release the heat, and you can see a big heat sink. And it has some holes in the back for a fan. You can see the brand as well as the model number on the side, which I like. On the front, we have a 4-button LCD panel, a couple of indicators to indicate whether there's a fault or if it's connected to the DMX. On the back here, we have PowerCon in and out, DMX in and out, as well as a fuse and an on and off switch. On the bottom, it has this metal loop for a safety cable, as well as 4 feet, so you can set this down on a surface like the floor or a totem. It has these quick lock brackets, so you can just install these with your favorite mounting hardware. Turning these is a little bit tricky the first time for me, so I'm not planning on hanging this, so I'm not going to force it. At the most right it can go, it's not quite a flush 180 degrees, but let's go ahead and rotate it. By 40. So it's more like 620, which I guess is not a bad thing. And so the tilt claims to be 270. So that's able to shine pretty far that way. I don't have a great way to measure the tilt angle. And it has 1925 watt LED diodes. Each one is RGBW, red, blue, green, white. And you're able to control each of these LEDs individually, so you can do some cool eye candy pixel mapping type effects, which I'm a huge fan of. And it's not just an eye candy, but it also affects what you're projecting onto, like your dance floor experience. You can do some really cool and unique chases and designs. And that's the cool thing about a wash too, opposed to like a spot. Like you have no color wheel. So you're able to do some really cool gradual fades. And of course you can control this thing with sound active mode, auto mode, and DMX. And the DMX channels look like, whoa, you can have a lot of control. So 21, 23, 35, 78, or 111 channels. But that's the price you pay with this much pixel mapping. Okay, let's go over the menu of this guy. So plug it in, turn it on, let us do its calibration. So by default, it's on DMX mode, address 1. So click menu, and then you can enter like the different run mode. So there's DMX mode, there's fast mode, which I'm assuming is auto mode, and then there's sound active mode. So I'll be demoing fast mode today. There's a few other useful option menu like screensaver, inverting the screen, LCD backlight. With test, you can set a static scene. So if you just need to set this and forget it at a gig, you can do so by entering all the parameters here. And set lets you do some advanced options like inverting the pan, inverting the tilt, adjusting the sound active sensitivity, and then useful info, just telling you like how long the lamp has been running. Very straightforward menu. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and demo this thing. What do I think about the Betopper LM1925? I think that this mover is pretty cool. It's built pretty solidly. I like its construction. I like the way it feels and looks, and I like that consistent branding with other Betopper movers that kind of have like this smooth finish. My experience is a wedding DJ, where I do like private events, usually between like 100 to 300 people. I think that this would be extremely bright in that situation and probably be really cool for like larger halls where you have a lot of space to fill, and this could do that adequately. My thing about like the kaleidoscope effect and doing pixel mapping intensity effects was that each individual beam isn't super bright, but you don't really have that problem because each one of these is 25 watts and it's really bright. So yeah, you can create some really cool effects with this. I like that when you have haze in the air, you can like have a really crisp beam, but you also have the ability to have a really wide wash if you don't have that haze, and you can be able to do that. In general, I think moving head washes are better if you're hanging down below, if you're able to mount this on the ceiling and just kind of like scan the crowd that way. This is a solid moving head light for a solid price. Again, I have a link in the description below. You can check that out. Also in the description, I'll have a few other reviews for other Betopper movers I've reviewed. So what are your thoughts on this moving head wash? Let me know down below. So please smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.